This is Sam Stone with CBR.com.
Hey
Colin,
Sam,
how you
I'm well.
doing?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just got back from South by.
Oh, how
So
was that?
best barbecue this side of the whatever side of whatever river you want to choose. But
That's
yeah,
Austin, isn't it?
it's in Austin.
I've been to Austin in 22 or something years. God, that was great town though. Great
Oh,
town.
you gotta go back, yeah. But yeah, let's Colin, you've done a lot of crime work over the course of your career. You've done True Detective. You've done, a couple projects with Martin that are in the crime genre, Penguins in the crime genre. But no role you've done so far really that nothing is like John Sugar. I've never seen you play a character like John Sugar before. How did you want to like mix it up with this guy?
Want to mix it up with everything. I mean, even the films that you mentioned or TV shows, the my experience of them all was they're all coming from different places. They're arriving in a similar world, or they may have the same occupation, but each human being like a snowflake and having a different kind of signature. Um, you want that to be represented in whatever films or television projects I align myself with. So this did feel very unique to me in doing it and reading it. I love film noir, and I really enjoy the genre that places a private detective as the center of the story. But usually those characters are, I mean, even the ones you mentioned, I think True Detective, they're hard boiled and they're somewhat jaded by life, and they have become kind of a little bit broken by all the ugliness that they've seen as a result of their work. And this character, as much as he has been involved in the returning of people safely to loved ones, um, having been kidnapped or trafficked, or he had this optimism. He had this kind of sense of wonder and awe even in the face of such ugliness. And he had a core belief in the fundamental decency and goodness of human beings. And I found that kind of a really original lens through which to explore the world of noir. And him himself, he was a mystery. I didn't understand him in reading, and I had questions about why he is the way he is. And there's kind of two cases that are being explored. The case that John Sugar is trying to get to the bottom of, and also the case of John Sugar himself as a man and who he is and why he is.
There's more to you than meets the eye.
Is there?
And in talking about that noir, I love that. There's noir clips throughout the show. It really puts the whole thing in context. Like,
Yeah.
what are some of your noir favorites?
Ones that I had seen before this, like Big Sleep, and the Maltese Falcon is kind of perfection. Um, and then things that I hadn't seen before this, and I just started to explore. Murder, My Sweet. I love Bob Mitchum and Anything, Farewell, My Lovely. So many. And then neo noir stuff like The Long Goodbye and LA Confidential was, one of the contemporary noir films that I had the most clear recollection of experiencing as a young man when I went to the cinema and I saw LA Confidential. And it's the mood of that world that is somehow so attractive and seems familiar and yet otherworldly. I think we all suspicion that the world that's presented to us daily on the streets of wherever we live is not the totality of the world that we're actually sharing. I think the detective genre, the noir genre, gives us an opportunity to feel like we're looking behind the veil a little bit.
Sure. You were talking about Sugar being a bit of an enigma. Was there any specific line in the script or the character description that helped you find this guy, or is that kind of giving the game away a bit?
Yeah, no, I just the whole thing was a journey of exploration. So, I had a good few script pages and 5 months, which you don't often get in film, to explore the character. But there was no one line or one moment. I mean, there is one. there's one moment in a later episode is a big declaration of who he is and his backstory. So that was the most. That did they send you? How many episodes did they send you? Did you?
First four.
They sent you the first four. So there's a moment later on, which is a kind of a defining moment for the character. About as clearly a defining moment as anything else. But no, I was on a journey of exploration with all the other actors and Fernando Morales and Adam Arkin, and we were all just trying to figure it out. I signed on to it just based on two scripts, and then so it was being built like it was being constructed as we were inhabiting it, you know, which was fun.
Well, audiences can check out Sugar on April 5th on Apple TV Plus. This is Sam Stone, CBR. That's my time. Colin, thanks for taking the time and have a good St. Patrick's Day
Thanks,
this week.
Sam. No, thanks, Sam. All the best to you, man.
For you, buddy.